20 years old. I graduated in June of 42. I signed up, I went over to Marchfield in Riverside and enlisted in November of 42 and told to go back and wait until they called me. They called me in February of 43, and on February 14th, Valentine's Day, in my shirt sleeves, I got on the train at Indio and headed south. I was told to report to Buckley Field, Colorado by the 17th of February. So that gave me 3 days to get there. We went down through Yuma and over through Phoenix and Tucson and across to El Paso, back up through New Mexico to Tucumcari and across into Texas again to Dalhart, and then up into Colorado, Pueblo and some towns in there, and arrived at Buckley Field, Colorado on the 17th. Every place we went along the way, I kept picking up more enlistees because they probably got the same orders I did to get on a train at a certain place and time. And so we all arrived in Denver at the same time. Now, when we got there, 3 days before I left home in short sleeves, and I get to Denver and there's snow on the ground. And so we went to get our GI clothes. They didn't have enough of everything for everybody because there were too many people coming in all of a sudden. But we still had to do our marching and all the other calisthenics. Some of the guys were still wearing the civvy shoes, marching in the snow. But we were there about, probably only 2 weeks, getting a real workout on close order drill and all the other stuff that goes in with it. Before we left, I think we left there at, I've pulled out, my folks kept all my letters that I mailed to them. And I have gone through, got them out of my footlocker, and I've gone through and put them all in chronological order by the dates, which brings back a lot of memories that I didn't even remember I had. And we left Denver on February the 28th, and we went across through Topeka and up through Chicago to the way upper Michigan peninsula of Houghton, Michigan, a big copper mining town up there. And we were assigned to this college training detachment where we were going to get a 2-month quick refresher course in physics, math, history, a little bit of everything to get everybody up to speed. Now, when we got there, we got in there about 2 or 3 in the morning, as I recall. Had to march down to the barracks or down to the school where they were going to put us up. Must have been 6 feet of snow on the ground up there. The lakes were frozen. The airport was still closed with snow, and some of the planes had skis on them. So we started right in with ground school and physical training, and kept us busy. Guard duty, we pulled guard duty. I don't know what we were guarding against in that godforsaken place, but it was a duty, and if you were out there, if it was snowing, you were still out there on guard duty, blowing in the snow. But I did get, after the icebreaker came through and broke up the ice and the snow melted on the airfield, I did get 9 hours of dual time in a Piper Cub while I was there. Everybody got a smattering of flight instruction, and we didn't get any cross country. It was just landing, take off, learning how to handle a plane, try to turn circles and keep it level, and all the rudimentary things. First time I'd ever flown a plane. Now I could bring out my logbook, see what the instructors wrote on there, but I don't need to go into that detail. I don't remember writing this, but I sent it to my folks and it's got my name on it. This is called Army Life. They took us from our loved ones and they put us on the train. We didn't sleep for 2 whole days, and they said, "Now don't complain." They took us from the cities where there is no sleet or snow and shipped us up to Houghton, where it's 22 below. They dressed us up in khaki and marched us through the snow. But we do this for Uncle Sam and not for just the dough. They marched us to the barber and we climbed up in his chair. He whipped out those big clippers and he cut off all our hair. Some private caught the measles, so they shut us in our rooms. Now all we do is polish floors and push our brand new brooms. They've got us washing toilet bowls and scrubbing out latrines. They march us down to mess each day, and all we get are beans. Then came flu and trench mouth and scarlet fever too. Now we're under quarantine, when we ought to be in school. We either go on sick call or else we go to school. At one they give you physics, the other castor oil. We pop 2 for the corporal, we pop 2 for the sarge, and when we hit the wall, we have to hit it hard. We fall out every morning while the Führer calls the roll. Then we mop and sweep and clean till the buzzer sounds for chow. Then the girlfriend sends her picture, and it's on the dresser now. And it's exactly what I needed to keep up my morale. Copyright, not published, not burned. April 1st, 1943. Michigan College of Mining and Technology in Houghton, Michigan. The first 2 months I was in the service.